Sunday shop, do 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 do. Sunday shop, do 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 do. Sunday shop, do 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 do. Sunday shop. That's enough of that. Hello, hello, hello. It's the Soxy lady back on her correct profile this week, and no doubt doing some grocery shopping as well. Hello, my dear. How are you? Hope all is well. And hopefully some more people show up. No offense, but live streams with one person watching, especially when they're lurking, are a bit tricky. Yeah, I did notice I don't think anyone else has been live yet today, so whether there's something occurring in the States or I don't know. Okay, yeah, I guess Dee's probably at work. Chris, yeah, I don't know. Not seeing anyone live anyway today. Otherwise, I would have popped in and lurked a bit and said hello. So, as has become usual at the start, I'll run through what's been happening in the fish room. And with that done, yeah, literally nothing. No births, no deaths, no more cribs appearing out of nowhere that I've seen. Anyway, only thing that has happened is that Zach has decided that it's a fun game to pull airlines out of things, specifically air pumps that are providing air to multiple tanks. Yes, we're going to have to do something about that. There's coming down in the morning and finding there's no filters on in any of those. Oops. And realise that it's because someone's pulled both the airliners off. Yeah. Naughty ghost cat. Yes. Him. Naughty boy. So that's pretty much all that's been going on in the fish room this week. Feeding, water changing, cleaning filters, watching pretty fishies. This week's video was on the shrimp tank about the planaria finally winning the fight. I don't know how many people saw that. I know quite a few did and commented. Thank you very much. But it'd be interesting to kind of actually know what flavour some of those shrimps are. Speaking of people who might know what flavour some of them are, Jason, you massive fish nerd. How the devil are you, redfish, bluefish? Hope all is going well for you. Lovely Cheryl. Happy New Year to you too, my darling. Mwah. I had a wonderful New Year. I was working, so I didn't get home till about 11:15. And by the time I was getting ready to go to bed and fall asleep, all the fireworks started and the singing and always good to know people are doing well. My Spanish is too bad to figure out what goes before amigo. Me amigo, wouldn't it? Yes. For some reason, my brain goes straight to French, mon amigo, which would be mon ami. But who cares? Language. It's mutable. It changes with time. Unlike my hair, which just gets worse and worse every day. Yeah, I know, Jason. I'm complaining about having too much hair. Getting to the point now, I'm going to have to start tying it back because all the hairdressers are shut again. Cheryl fell asleep before midnight and woke up at 2. No, that's probably best. I don't think I've ever had like a New Year's where I've stayed up and celebrated and anything special or good has happened. Occasional couple of snogs off of random girls or women, but that's here nor there. Speaking of random, how do you do, Daniel? How are you, Mr. Keeping Fish? I hope you had a good Burns night up there. Still not sponsored. Sleep at 9 p.m. or you yeah. Yeah. Didn't manage to eat a platter. I nearly thought I said platty. I thought, why would you eat a platty or pop my bubbly? Oh dear. Well, I'm sure you found an excuse since to pop your cork, as it were. There's a moose loose about this hoose. Yeah. That fruit pastels advert from back in the 90s. Yeah, no, well, I literally came home, went, oh, he looks back at young me and judge. Yeah, same here. Well, it's not necessarily judges, it's old me looks back at young me and thinks, what the hell were you thinking? Why didn't you just go to bed? I mean, I had to work New Year's Day as well. So it was, yeah, New Year's Eve selling everyone alcohol, then New Year's Day selling everyone paracetamol for their headaches. Yeah, Mandarin orange gin that wiped you out. Oh, mother's ruin. I mean, gin's not particularly nice, but flavouring it with more fruit. Oh. 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 Yeah, yuck. Oh, pardon me. See? My body instinctively wants to get rid of it. That's probably because the last time I drank, all of us were young. Yes. I mean, the thing is, if we looked back at how we acted or how we were when we were younger, I mean, it's that classic thing of, yeah, total young. Yeah, exactly. Sean, speaking of someone who had a very interesting New Year's Eve. Hey, Sean. Yeah, at least I just got to serve slightly drunk people alcohol who were like funny drunk, not awkward or loud or, well, a bit loud, but you know, funny and fun drunk, not wasted or aggressive drunk. I can deal with that. That's not too much of an issue. Forever young, I wanna be. Yeah, no, we're not going with that. Why am I feeling sing-songy tonight? Oh, cheers, George. Just as George Farmer decides to go live at the same time. Oh well. I doubt he's going to worry about losing viewers to me. Hi, little Lisa. How are you? Happy New Year to you too. I'll get my words. Got to go light a fire. Be back shortly. Nitromethanol. Stand about 3 feet away and flick a match at it. No, we didn't go that far. Haven't had that happen yet. Well, aside from when I worked in Sainsbury's and we had a couple of, for some reason the video didn't start playing. Yeah. Perhaps there have been issues, I don't know. All seems fine my end, and I'm not getting any warning messages. Yeah, so the only time I've ever had anything like that was, as I say, it was either little kiddies who, you know, it happens, or old people where it happens. Yeah. And thankfully, I can't smell anything anyway, so it's not. It's just like, no. Let's blame YouTube. Yes, everyone else does. So let's blame YouTube for one day, rather than probably either you or me pressing the wrong button somewhere down the line. Yeah, well, these things happen. You haven't missed anything overly entertaining or world destroying or anything. Evening, Asbo. How are we today? Yeah. Just a couple of fun, loud drunks and a couple. Yeah, exactly. It's just like if someone spilt beer dropped a bottle of beer, except you haven't got to clear the glass up as well. I think I'd rather have someone pee on the floor. It's easier to clear up without the glass there from the bottle of beer. Hey, at Double L Honey. Young days, one of these weird mushrooms and freak out in the woods. Oh, that was the fun bit though, Jason. That was the fun part. I'd quite happily go back and doing that again. Just leave the alcohol. Just go lay out warmer weather than this, because let's be honest, at our age, no one wants to be around about when it's cold. Nice, warm, clear evening. Imbibe some mushrooms and just lay back on a blanket with a pillow and just let yourself go into the stars. Oh man, that would be bliss. Past the age of it. Yeah, it's still got the appeal. Just don't take too big a dose, because then you do get the come down, and yeah. But other than that, at least you don't get a hangover. If it was who say they do, it's because they were drinking at the same time. Just speaking as a person potty training a toddler, please no more pee on the floor. Oh, bless you. Yeah, so my Mary works at, well, a play group in the UK, or kindergarten in America. So yeah, she's well versed in clearing pee off the floor and picking toddlers up out of toilets. Yeah, alcohol sucks, always avoid. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, when I think back to the amount of sort of, the weekends where you either go out Friday night or Saturday night or both, get absolutely blotto, and then you lose the rest of the weekend because you can't do anything else because of the hangover, and then you still feel like hack when you go back to work on the Monday. At least I remember my dog on steroids had pee every hour. Yeah. This is another good reason to keep fish. You don't have to clear up pee. Yeah, just poop in a filter every once a week or so. But you know, it depends how many fish you got in the tank, how big the filter is, as to how often you have to clean it out. For example, my shell dweller tank, I think I'll clean the sponge out in that about once a month. Placo grow out tubs twice a week. Otherwise they get block solid. Mental note: for future use, do not keep 80 to 100 bristlenose placos in a 10-gallon tub. Yeah. Oh, it does make me laugh so much when people say, you can't keep one in less than 20. You know, I've got 100 in 10. Yeah, I think in modelling, I kind of exist to upset modelling people, and in fish keeping, I tend to be here to upset fish police. Married, my love, how the devil are you? Mwah. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, so this is it. When you're young, you can do it. You hit, I don't know what, mid-20s, and it starts getting worse. By the time you hit 30, you're just like, nah. Nah, don't want no more hangovers. One is bad enough. 20, I'm going to have to get a can. Well, I've got a breeding pair in a 15, Gerald. I just have to clean the sponge out in that every week or two. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm weird. I breed fish in tanks that are too small to keep one of them in, let alone a breeding pair. Oh well. Hey ho. I must just be getting this litres and gallons confused. Uh, yeah. So long as being overrun with better embellis. Oh dear. Yeah, too many betters is a good thing, though, Jess. I mean, that's something that will sell. You can sell and will sell well. Couple of the reasons. I mean, okay, I love bristle noses are awesome, and crebensis are awesome, and they're also fish that a lot of people have, and a lot of people want in the tank or like. So they're good fish, at least in this country. You know, at least in the UK, they're guaranteed sellers. Because let's be honest, probably 95 to 99% of people with fish tanks aren't fish keepers. They're not fish fam, fish tube, that kind of people. They've got their fish tank and then they decide, I need something to eat the algae. So if they trot to the fish shop, I need a fish that will eat algae. And then they get a bristle nose. Or like they want something a bit bigger than the guppies and the platies and prettier, so they get a crebensis or two. Built with died over Christmas, no water push through. Float with the idea of a 54 litre Tetra tank. Comes with the start of it. So yeah, Tetra. If you look at Pets at Home at the moment, Lisa, I think they've got a sale on some tanks, and I think the 64 litre version of the 40 that I got, the one I'm breeding, one I had the Epistos in. Is it Love Fish Panorama? I think the 64 litre of that is on sale at the moment. Yeah, I'm not knocking the Tetra tanks. I've never had one, so I've got no experience. And if you could push a little bit more, then the 57 litre Fluval Flex is epic. I know at least one other person in chat has got them and loves them. Just doesn't want to go to the effort to sell him. I've got they're all supposed to be female. Yeah, the sleeper male, the lucky boy, as it were. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what you would do. I suppose take them to your local fish shop if you can, local fish store. Assuming they would take them and you have a local one. But yeah, I have thought about like doing like Facebook Marketplace or whatever and selling my fish that I breed, but I don't want to go through the grief and the hassle or eBay or anything like that because you just know people are going to buy them and they're going to say they died, and then yeah. Great Little Tank's got 3. Want the mega? Yeah, I think that's 3 of us here at least that want the Mega Flex, Sean. It's gonna be a race, I think, to see who gets one. Oh dear, what do you need a tantrum about, Marriott? Come on, tank away, get it out of your system, let it go. You're among friends. Buy, collect, no returns. Yeah, it's not the returns that will be the issues. I'd either want to use PayPal and then they'd dispute it straight away and claim that they didn't do it or that the fish died or yeah. I know for sure if someone has my fish and they die, it's because there's something wrong with their tank, not mine. I know my fish are healthy and happy and full of beans. Withdrawing from that race. Okay. Well, you can run the book on whether it's me or Dan that gets one first then, because I'm pretty sure he wants one. I know he's got the 57s, at least one of. So I feel really bad for not knowing exactly what tanks everyone's got, but when people have got one or two, that's all right. If you got a plan and you can sort it, then that's not too bad. Oh, God, yeah, I saw something about that on the news, Marek. Oh, God, so sorry about that. Obviously, nothing I can do about it, but yeah. Big fish fan hug and big Wookie hug. Yeah, I did see something about that. It's, yeah. Well, I mean, sad as it is, at least they found them, or 7 of them anyway. Then the families can have closure. I just hope it was no one and always going into a new lockdown. Yeah, well, it looks like we are as well, Marek, lockdown wise, but yeah. Now, is it one of those things where, like in the UK, where people keep building houses on places called Water Meadow or the floodplain and then getting upset when their new house floods first time it rains? Is it that kind of thing where they've been building places where they probably shouldn't because it's big mountainside there, flat bit there that's covered in really thick soil? Kind of tells you not to build there. I mean, if their houses have been there for many, many, many years, then it is unfortunately just bad luck. But yeah, it's always bad when these things happen. It's Mother Nature, and there's no other thing we can do about it. But yeah, lots of hugs, Marek. I think the best one I saw was a planning permission. 13. Oh no. Hopefully they turn up somewhere alive. Although, given the time span, probably not. No. But if not, hopefully they find them at least. Yeah, but it is awful. Yeah, I would have thought anyone who gets taken out by a mudslide, it's not going to be a pleasant way to go, but it's going to be quick. Yeah, it is awful, Lisa. Yeah. Hometown in Gloucestershire. An island when it floods is constantly getting built. Yeah. But I mean, one reason I bought a house at the top of the hill. Everywhere around me floods. Clear cutting, no plants, roots, dying rock, granite, so presto mudslide. Yep. Yeah, people are slowly realising that, aren't they, Jason? That, oh yeah, it's the tree and the bush and the shrub and the plant roots that hold everything together. Ah. How far up the hill though, Lisa? Are you either cloudy or rainy, or are you either in the cloud or rainy? Because where I lived in Wales was the latter. Used to watch the RAF doing Jaguars and Tornadoes at the time, aeroplanes fly past doing their low level stuff, but you're watching the aeroplanes flying from above. You're looking down on an aeroplane in flight, which is a weird thing. Yeah, so back to the planning permission. when they're building something in the UK, signs go up in the area where they want to build something. So, so yeah, in the clouds then, Lisa. Yeah, we're on the side of the Black Mountain near Cumclinbeck. Um, near Cumclinbeck, outside of a town called Kenbimberline, in a hamlet called Menamouth. But yeah, there we go. And try and spell any of that if you're not Welsh. Um, but yeah, so they got the signs up saying no planning permission applied for whatever 100 homes or whatever it was. they didn't put the fence post in high enough that they put the sign on because it was half underwater from where it had flooded. So you look at it, you got this planning permission, the sign that's almost underwater. It's like, yeah, you don't want to be building there. Ah, hi Ian, how are you? Atkins Nature Aquariums. Yeah, I'll say that for. Yeah, how much damage you're also doing to the fungi and the mushlings. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of get why they cut down dead wood, but you know, if you're going into a wood, kind of things falling on your head is sort of to be expected, really. Yeah. Oh, got Dave up on the filter. Yay! Hi, Dave. Mad sounds feel like telling the world to put the sock in it. Mushlings, yeah, exactly, Cheryl. Um, yeah, if I could do anything about it, Merritt, I would, but unfortunately, I can't. I can just send sympathies and hugs and loves. That's about all I can, and be here for you to vent if you need to. It's Gee, aka Jesus. How are you, my friend? Long time no see. You crazy Belgian mofo. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, rant away, Merritt. Rant away. Good to know, Gee. I know it's not beer, but cheers. Salut or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, on the upside of things, I have a week off work. And I'm planning on not spending all of it asleep. Um, mostly, but you know, we will see. Plenty of fishy tank maintenance, maybe some modelling. Yeah, but see itself on the pots and back. Oh, you got mushrooms in there with it. Build a kit. If I could get the mojo together, Gee, I would build, but the mojo is still on holiday somewhere. I don't know where. Out of Mongolia. Beetlejuice. Edge of the known universe somewhere. Week off, not forced week off. I haven't been fired or quit, Sean. Kind of forced because I've got to use up all my holiday before I lose it. So I've got another 2 weeks to take before the end of March. Gizmo's got COVID. Yeah. You're almost as long as me. So the last thing I built was that Pink Panther tank. And then I sort of made a start on the large scale Space Marine and the plague burst blight crawler, and then kind of it got cold and nasty, and I decided I didn't really want to sit in the cave and shiver if I could help it. On the bright side, on my first walk since the asthma, it's like, oh, that's good news, Marek. Fresh air will do you the world of good. Get things cleared out and opened up again. That wasn't meant to sound as perverse as it did. Well, in my head anyway. Too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer. Yeah, exactly. So it's a spring and autumn. We'll see how I go next week. I might get up there. Lads been working through it in distribution centre. Don't get home until 11 p.m. tonight. Oh, I know that feeling because that's normally when I normally finish work at 11 p.m. Yeah, it's not fun working late. I mean, I'm not a fan of working earlys either, to be honest, but working late isn't good. You do see a different kind of people. You know, if you're working in a shop and you finish by, say, 7, then, you know, I just have wind problems all year, Aaron, as Guy is well aware of. I texted this morning, I said, "What, come back?" Well, you know, sounds like you've got the manager over a barrel there, Sean. Pay rise, better hours. So yeah, I'll do it, but I'm not working anymore evenings. It's going to cost you more. Oh, early's 1 week and late's the week after. Oh yeah, well, that hurts. Yeah, that's not good. Although week rotation is, I mean, it's not good, but it's not the worst. I get day rotations sometimes. I can have an 11 o'clock finish and a 9 o'clock start the next day in the morning. 10 hours between shifts. Well, technically less because you have to be there 5 minutes early. And when you're the last people there, you have to do all the cashing up and the locking up and everything. So it's more like 8.5 hours between your shift, or 9.5 hours between shifts. The tweaker mark, yeah. Only 19, so it's tough enough. Yeah. Yeah, so when I was that kind of age, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. When you start getting to my age, yeah, those kind of things, you're like, this isn't good. Getting up isn't the problem, and doing the work isn't the problem on the early after you've done the late. It's not too bad. It's when you get home and you just crash and you spend, say I've done a 1:11 and the next day on a 9:2. I'll get home at 2 and have a quick munch and then just pass out for a few hours and then lose the rest of the day. Unless you didn't last on the assistant manager who smokes meth. That might explain why you get some of the customers you do, Sean. 4 days on, half night, and then I switch it days and night. Yeah, it does. It messes your sleeping pattern. Oh, my sleeping pattern's all over the place. I'm like, this week I'll be going to bed earlier because I don't need to be up late. But that then means I'll wake up earlier, and I also lately started having a morning nap as well, which is really not a good idea. Yeah, well, most teenagers aren't morning people, are they, Cheryl? Let's be honest. I mean, I was. I've never been a Sounds weird to say, but I've never been a late night person. Both have genetic sleep disorder. Oh, wait, yeah, that's, my genetic sleep disorder is normally, or up until about 6 or 7 years ago, was it's dark, I'm asleep. Yeah, prefer days just to get out. Yeah, there is a lot to be said for coming home from work in the daylight. I do lots of half shifts, as it were. And yeah, so I'll start work, it'll be dark. I'll come home from work, it'll be dark. Yeah, semi-feral drunks and thick as brick neds. Yep. Naturally, I night watch every night. Yes. Yeah, exactly. If you hire one of the local drunks or drug users, I want to be careful how I term that, being a former drunk and drug user myself. Yeah, if you're going to hire them, then their friends are more likely to come in, which is going to increase the amount of. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I would assume in larger towns in the UK, it's probably similar. Well, maybe not quite so much meth, but yeah. Thankfully, as I say, this is a tiny little town in the butt end of nowhere. So yeah, generally drunk or stoned. Um, both of which, I mean, no, aggressive drunks. Yeah, no, just go away. Fun, yeah, fun, happy drunks. I can deal with that. That's not a problem. Um, and stoned people, yeah, I can deal with that because I know that feeling all too well. Uh, they normally just want to grab their munchies and get out as well. And they're not there to hang around and do stuff. Last time I was working, so I had to put my UV lights up. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get out around here. Oh, God. Nah, I would say it's, yeah, the junkies will steal anything. Yeah. That sounds particularly British. If it's not nailed down, we'll take it. Do you have a flag? No. Thunk. Now you do. It's ours. Um, historically accurate. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm probably spoiled by where I am in the world and in the country. You know, it's, yeah, exactly. Low, you got a lower population than Attleborough, but yeah, only place open for 25 miles and you got all the factories. Yeah. Um, that time of night is pretty much only us open, but let's say quiet farm sound. There he is. There's Spazzy. I'm wondering where he's been hiding. I haven't seen him the last couple of days. I was starting to get a bit worried, but he's out and about. Yes, I know. I see you, Akikara. Yes, I know you probably want feeding. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the population of the town is. Probably a good few thousand because the town's got a lot bigger since I moved here. But drunks annoy me because they seem not realising what caring is clearly sending out on social media. There you punch them. Yeah, I mean, I've got to admit, when I stopped drinking but was still like going out with my mates, the fights were hilarious. Because when you're clean sober and they're drunk as a skunk, the fights are over real fast. So, oh, you're going to punch me. uh, You still get serial killers. Yeah, well, Harold Shipman was a perfectly normal guy, and he's like the most prolific serial killer in history, I think, apart from that Russian dude. But I wouldn't say he was a serial killer. He was just a mass murderer, pretty much. Like the 2 to 10, doing machine embroidery. Oh, that does sound like it would be an enjoyable job. Just sat there and chunk with the sewing machine. And I can actually sew, and I did at one point know how to use the sewing machine as well. Miracle. Oh, I remember that one, Sean. Yeah, you got hit, and you got hit with a bottle, and you got arrested for hitting him back. Yeah. Undertaker, hello, sir. How the devil art thou? Oh, apprenticeships. Oh dear. Yeah, I never went down the apprenticeship route. By the time I could have gone down the electronics engineer apprenticeship route, I've got too many qualifications and they wouldn't accept me. Yeah. What do you think I could be now? An apprentice dance instructor? Style guru? Yeah, made abroad. Yeah, that's also pretty much why the paintbrush factory I used to work at in town went bye-bye. Yeah, everything was getting made abroad, and then it was like, why are we running 2 paintbrush factories when we can run one and send everything out from there? Yeah, serial killing, lifespan shortening. Yeah. Well, let's be honest. If there was a serial killer that was going around murdering sex offenders, let's say paedophiles and rapists, do you think the police would really be too worried about catching them? The heck is that? Um, I have no idea what that is. Making that go crazy. The place I did, I got shut down for fraud. Yeah. Well, there's that one. There's the other one where you get to the end of the apprenticeship, and they say, thank you, well done, brilliant, great. Unfortunately, we can't keep you, but good luck. And then about a month later, they've got another apprentice working there. Got my buddies. Can't do candy heads up. Keep the store open until the match. Yeah, well, it's one of those things. In your case, Sean, you're pretty well, good friends with most of the cops around there. So it's like probably more of a, I've got to arrest you, but I'm not in any particular rush about it. Yeah, alcohol's a drag. Yeah. Who'd have thought those prohibition people would have been onto something? Hey, Jason? Zero. Send me the list. Oh, did I say that out loud? No, it does take a special thick-skinned kind of nutcase to work in retail. A lot of people think working in a shop must be really easy. Hey, just stand behind the till and take people's money or put some things on a shelf. No, these people have never worked in a shop. Well, he knows you're not going to run off because, like, he knows exactly where to find you. That's the problem. You know, it's. Although it would have been funny if he got caught. So, Mr. Ootard, why did you punch this man? Well, he hit me with a bottle, Your Honour. Okay, next. Pretty much all that happened, I would think. You know, it's out front. got the other guy in the back in the cuffs, and you're sat up the front, and you're both under arrest. There's this drunk guy in the back sitting there thinking, "Oh, bugger." Knives, tape, zip ties will travel. Yeah. Yeah, I've never even been arrested. Yeah. Yeah, let's say I think it's probably a thing. I think that's a big Oh, yeah. And plus, you do have to have a little bit of a psychopath thing in you to work in a shop, I think. You got to deal with complete idiots most of the time. Well, not most of the time. That's a lie. Most customers are either just in to get someone and get out, and you just say, "Hello, how are you? Fine, thank you." Yeah, that'll be however much. There we go, card. Yeah, thanks, bye. Or they're fine, and you have having a bit of a laugh and a joke, and then you get one arsehole every shift, and that's the one you remember. But yeah, so unfortunately, there's not a lot around here that isn't retail that is willing to employ a 40-something-year-old man with laziness, fitness, and long history of injury. I think I'm known around here for being something of an accident liability. Don't need to be crazy to work here, but it sure helps. It's pretty much everywhere. I'm back when I used to work in the model shop. We had that sign behind the till, not facing toward the customers, it's facing towards us. It read, "The customer always thinks they're right." Yeah, well, when it's your own business as well, Jason. Yeah. Yeah, the ones who try that, which is why you always, okay, that's £7.30, and that's 10. Yeah, cover yourself that way. Oh yeah, the people who refuse to use contactless. Yeah, and in this day and age, and they're still sat there, and they've got their hand over the little thing, making sure no one's looking. Oh, geez. You're not on some shady market stall. You're in a flipping shop that's part of a national chain, a big national chain. Or we get the normally old people, and they've actually written the PIN number on their card. Black Sharpie permanent marker. They put their PIN number on the card, so when they put it in the machine, they can read it off the card, and you're like, "Oh, Jesus, wet." But the usual one now is everyone's got so used to contactless that they'll say, "Yeah, can I have cash back for that?" And you go, "Yep, okay, how much?" Blah blah blah. and then they go contactless with the card, and you're like, oh, you idiot. Sorry, you can't have your cash back. Why not? Because you've got to do chip and pin to get cash. Blue hair ladies, purse exchange a stack of coupons. Yeah. Thankfully, coupons don't seem to be a thing in the UK compared to the US. Yeah, I use contactless because I'm lazy. And I'm not interesting enough for anyone really to bother trying to rip off. Now, if someone decides to steal my identity, then their life must be really bad. Yeah. And the other thing is, around here, we got 3 ATMs in town, one of which you can only get into if you bank with that bank. The other one happens to be the bank I bank with, so that's not an issue. And then the one outside Sainsbury's. And because Sainsbury's don't want to be taking cash because of COVID, they're not filling their cash machine up, which means we get a lot of people coming in to see us asking for cash back, and then they're going in, yeah. I don't know. I don't have cash in the bank, can't open the same account, and as the banks are closed. Yeah, true, there is that at the moment. Welcome back, Dan. Yeah, Sheffy. Yeah, I couldn't be doing that kind of thing. Well, I suppose if you're in a pub, then at least you expect everyone to be drunk. Yeah, so I mean, there's not exactly a lot in my current account. I basically move everything over to the savings account at the end of the month. Comic shop. That was a model shop I used to work in. Yeah, that was kind of fun some days. Some days it was mind-numbingly tedious. Some days, you just like, really, I'm doing this again because there's, yeah. I did, obviously all the working in the Sharpie type stuff and the ordering and all that stuff. I was also the repairs guy. So, yeah. Fixing RC cars and trains and planes and helicopters that people manage to break. Did you ever get shipments of a missing kit or two? No, we didn't need to. This is going to sound big-headed and arrogant, but I'd got to a point in the RC game, as it were, where if I wanted one of the new cars that had just come out, I just called the distributor myself and got one. Most I would pay for something that was 15 or 25% less than the shop would pay for one. And as I found a few years ago when I got another couple of RC cars, some of my trade accounts are still open. Not really. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with anything like comic books, and it's like an antique shop, really, isn't it? Is where the difference between something that is worth a fortune and something that is worth pennies can be tiny, and you don't spot it. Yeah, it was. I mean, there were several RC cars where I had the first one in the country. There was one in particular where I really had the first one in the country, and I was the test mule for it. It was designed in America, built in America. Well, kit, you had to build it yourself, but so all the stuff was set for American style tracks, and English, British style tracks are completely different off-road tracks to American style off-road tracks. I was telling me grass, multi-surface, outdoors, long. American tracks tend to be dirt, short track, indoors. So I kind of got the figure out what goes wrong, figure out what breaks, cane it. So I put in an oversized engine and caned the hell out of it and found out the things that went wrong. Idler gear in the gearbox being the main one. We had to get titanium ones made because I was chewing them every 3 or 4 tanks of fuel. Yeah, haggle is always fun. Do everything, prep, cooking, food hygiene. You were doing well, the body wasn't. Yeah, that's always a shame when your body or your brain lets you down. Yeah, I have got food hygiene and safety certificates, manual handling certificates, all this stuff. I still manage to injure. Yeah, still manage to injure myself regularly. Average convention customer generally dumber than yeah. Generally conventions is the people that aren't really into it, but they think they are. So they've got a little bit of knowledge, just enough to be dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, don't really get that in the modelling. Well, you kind of doing models. I mean, you get if you, especially if you look at some of the second-hand kit prices. Oh my god, such and such. It's up for some ludicrous price, and you're like, really? Why are you? Oh, what's going on? Go away. Yeah, and you're thinking, why are you trying to sell that piece of tack for like 150 quid when you can buy the new one for 35? Oh, it's out of production. No, it's the same kit. It's just a different box art. Yes, it's got the original box art. That doesn't mean anything. That bit goes in the bin. Yeah. Yeah, there is that, Aaron. Yeah. Agencies don't want to pay you more because you've got more qualifications. Yeah. I've found that. I'm basically an evening supervisor. I get paid the same as the people I'm supervising, and I get about 10 times the squit they do. Yeah, it's people don't want to pay you what you're worth. I mean, a lot of things, a lot of job application forms you look at, and is a what salary do you want? And you're like, really? Yeah, it sounds. I've done that kind of deal, Sean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We will. Yeah, people who just fall for it because they think you're getting a deal, so they don't actually hear what you're saying. Actually, I wonder how much my old dice set would be worth. Probably not a lot. Most of the corners are missing on the D4, so work 9 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, I want paid breaks and I want to do 12 to 1 with an hour for lunch. Yeah, no. Yeah, the other one is, why do you want to work for insert name of company? You're like, you got a job vacancy that's not an evil, vicious, nasty job and it's close, and I don't care who you are, I just want a job. Yeah, that does happen with agencies, unfortunately. Yeah, no pay for time off. No, no, I'm going to have to go run. Go wrestle a koi poo. Back in a minute. Oh, that's better. Right. Back again. Yeah, that is the problem with agencies. It can be a con. Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily a con as such, but you are just there to make them money. Uh, if they've got no work, they've got no work. But hey, it's better than nothing. was getting rather close to signing up for agencies, but the ones around here seem to like to lie about where the jobs actually are. Yeah. Yeah, you do the 3 month trial period, and then we'll take you on. No, 3 months, and you get someone else in. Yeah, and there were a few around here that I applied through via an agency, or applied to via an agency. Now, advertisers being in Attleborough. They're actually like 9 miles away. Oh, it's quite close. Yeah. Not when you don't drive, it's not. Oh, you could cycle. F off. I'm not cycling that far to and from work every day. I'll be dead before I get to work. Oh, bless, kept it quiet. Didn't want to jinx it. Didn't want you getting all excited. Yeah, again, at that kind of age, I did cycle, what was it, 5 miles to and from work every day at that age. These days, it would probably kill me to try and cycle that far, especially in this kind of weather. And admittedly, we haven't got the snow, but we got rain and ice and wind and well, I'm not sure which is worse. Summer probably, because you just get massive sweat on. Yeah, yeah, covering people off sick. Yeah, that's another one they do. Yeah, proud of him and he's loving earning his own money. Exactly. Yeah, in the back. Yeah. Yes. Use and abuse. That seems to be the way these days, unfortunately. It's it's one of those where it's seen as it's easier to get someone new in than it is to try and keep hold of the people who know what they're doing. Um, and get someone new in so you can mould them exactly to what you want. Can't hang around tonight. Got stuff going on. No worries, Dan. I'll catch you later. Life happens, especially when you've got human fry to take care of, and families and all that weird stuff. Hope all goes well. Yeah, we need you here in 4 minutes. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you're going to call me in the day before so I know what I'm doing, not so I'm sat at home constantly in getting ready to go to work. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's good to see. Yeah, good to see all the different ways of doing it. You can learn all sorts, but yeah, it's going to get old. You like doing the same thing for a while because after you've been doing it a while, it gets easier. And once you've been doing the job a few years, it's second nature. You don't have to think about it. You can pretty much go in on autopilot, which is why days go by real fast when you first start a new job because you're constantly learning and it's all new. And then after a few months, when you kind of get everything figured out, you're like, more of the same. Priscilla, lurking while doing stuff. Hello, my dear. How are you? Hope all is well with you. You exotic lovely. And Tian Aqua, hello. How are you? Would, would that be previously known as Tennessee H2O and had a name change, perhaps? Workmate worked there too. He took a shift because he wasn't training for once. Right, so they sent him to somewhere he's not trying to do it, and then they sack him for doing it. Yeah, I think you could probably get that one in court. That'd be a win. If I run on fumes here, like, it was easier. Yeah, it's Sunday, snoozy time, Priscilla. Time for a nap. Because I don't think I'm going to be here too much longer either. There's a certain rumbling in the tumbling going on that might need seeing to. It might need seeing to fairly rapidly. Yeah. I think we can all just safely say, unless we happen to work in a fish shop, work sucks. And even then, work isn't too great. Pretty much same old, Priscilla. Cold, wet, miserable, COVID, tier 4 lockdown, possibly going up to tier 5. You know, we shall see. Ooh, I just remembered I left something plugged in upstairs. Just got to go and turn that off. Hopefully I don't start a fire. This is the problem with not having a sense of smell. When you forget that you were using your soldering iron this morning, and you had your soldering iron plugged in for 8 hours. I need new soldering iron. That one's kind of melted. Hi Adam. That is a 200 litre or 50 gallon behind me, and they're 22 litre, 5 gallon, or 5.5 gallon technically. Yeah, so if you have a soldering iron, remember to unplug it. Thankfully, nothing flammable anywhere near it. Don't melt the bedroom carpet with hair crimpers. Yeah. Yeah, soldering irons get a little bit warmer than hair crimpers. Especially if you're an animal like me and you basically just turn them up to full blast. Yeah, the heating element's housed in plastic, and the metal springy bit it goes in is also housed in plastic. So now I have a plastic puddle on the bench. Oh well, there's worse things. At least I didn't stick my head in it this time. No, unfortunately, Priscilla, I've not done any more lately. still the mojo is dead for building and painting, and plus my man cave isn't heated and it is cold in there. Yeah, apparently there is a smell when you melt plastic with a soldering iron, but I don't know, I can't smell it. Yeah, same general reason. If you ever move wires, wear gloves. Yeah, trust Sean on this one. He's learnt that the hard way. Terrible for leaving his straighteners on. Tim the Toolman Taylor. Oh, geez. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't got a Wilson that looks over the fence at me in New England. And Amana Shrimp, how are you? Yes, I'm familiar with Binford and Tim the Toolman Taylor. Tim Allen back when he was funny, before he got caught being racist and sexist. Yeah, I've not smelt my burnt flesh. I've had bits of it drop out. Soldering irons again. When you pick them up by the wrong end, it just cauterizes all the skin where you picked it up. And then after a few days, it all falls out and then it starts hurting. Burnt hair. Again, I can't smell that. So when my nose hair gets to be a problem, I just put the lighter up there and just burn the nose hairs out. Yeah. Yeah, there is something about high voltage electric shocks that are really good at making you sit on your butt for a good long period of time. Going up, what the hell? Trying to get your heartbeat back under control. Yeah. Perhaps I should get a Binford t-shirt. That's 70 minutes. Shows like, no, I didn't know it was 70 minutes. I just left it. Yeah. Well, at least they have a cut off, because soldering irons don't. I mean, they turn off when they reach a certain temperature, and then when the temperature drops, they turn back on again. Designing a shrimp-only egg tumbler with auto exit for newborns. Make 3D print it. Oh, fingers crossed that works. Relied on the cut-off. Yeah. Yeah, egg tumblers are. I've got an egg tumbler. I just never used it. And I've got it for when. Well, the first time I had bristlenose eggs and they got kicked out of the nest. Their first time, stuff goes wrong. I kind of fudged together a tumbler using a breeder box and an airline and a drill. Don't ask. Which worked. So then I thought, right, I better get myself an egg tumbler, and ever since then I haven't needed it. Good for fish eggs and crap for shrimp. You do sound very, very well organised there, little Lisa. I'm just glad I actually put the soldering iron back into the metal holder part, because otherwise there would have been a fire. Because I'm not above. Now you solder the joint together, then you need to grab something. I'm not above putting a soldering iron in my mouth to grab whatever I want to grab, and then thankfully I've not done that one. Yeah, safety is normally way down my list of considerations. Hence the amount of injuries I've had. Most of which could probably have been avoided if I'd have thought about what I was doing first. Like back problems I've been having the last few weeks. That's an old injury that's resurfaced, and perhaps if when I was younger, well, admittedly my knees are shot as well, so if I bend my knees to pick something up, then my knees are going to give out, so I bend my back, and now my back has given out. So yeah, we're going to have fun. And they'll print for me. What's a mesh design? Yeah, so I mean the one I got is it's in here somewhere. I'll leave it. It's just a basic tube with a 90-degree bend on the bottom, a bit of sponge and meshing the bottom to keep the eggs in and let the water move up. Nothing spectacular. Not glass, mine's just a piece of clear plastic pipe. And the thing is, ever since I got it, I've not needed it. So maybe if the Yakara, or when the Yakaras lay again, because they've laid at least twice now and the eggs have disappeared. I only saw them once. But yeah, if I catch them, then I may well have to remove the eggs and tumble them. Backache's worse. Oh, bless, 4'11". Yeah, it probably would do. No, mine is just from warehousing. No. Just lifting heavy stuff. Wandering around with like 40, 50 kilos and you just bend over, pick it up, chuck it up overhead height. You know, and it's quite a way further for me to bend down to the ground as well. Yeah, about a foot further. 32. Posture of an 8-year. Oh, bless you. Yeah, mine just. Do I know about 3D printers? Think I get more from paint hold on plant parts. Yeah, not a clue. Dan is probably a guy, Mr. Scattergood. I'm sure he wouldn't say no to a message. I'll probably get a snotty message off him, but you know, be better than weird hardcore pornography he normally sends me. But yeah, he uses resin printers. Again, not sure about the. I know the resin itself isn't necessarily that safe for you. You know, if you're breathing it and that kind of stuff, but once it's done, I would have thought it'd be safe. Yeah, don't need it. Yeah, I'll say it's one of these things where 3D printers are coming more and more into the modeling hobby as they're getting better and better at fine detail without getting the lines in the mold in them, and then some you can't message him. No Facebook. Ooh, yeah, probably only stuck for the live show then, Aaron. I mean, you can ask him questions on there, no worries. You'll figure out a way to get in contact with each other. I see, Chris. A wish ad. Oh, I hope it was for something like kinky underwear for ladies, Chris. How are you, my friend? I'll say, I don't know if you went live today. I didn't see. I did have a look, but nothing showed up. Don't want the pots to melt under. Yeah, I don't know about. Well, resin shouldn't melt under heat. Well, not that kind of heat anyway. But yeah, I'll say maybe fireman at Dan Scattergood, or would it be King Dan? Yeah, at him a message on the Friday night stream, Aaron. He'll probably be able to answer you. I stream Saturdays now. As I saw you streamed with Monica, I just didn't know whether you were going today or not. And obviously Dee didn't either, so I was sort of sat here setting it up and going, is anyone going to show up? Am I going to be here on my own just talking to a screen for a couple of hours? Oh yeah, 3D printed escargot shells. 52 and 11 days. You're never that old, Cheryl. Yeah, more like 33. I'll see a process. Oh, bless you. In that case, I'm sending you very gentle, delicate hugs down there somewhere. The thing is, though, Sean, if you want, as I'm guessing, you probably want hundreds, if not thousands, of escargot shells. Given the cost of getting them 3D printed, it's probably going to be cheaper to just buy the shells, to be honest. As sad as it sounds, but we used to sell Ann Summers too. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, I have a question completely off topic. Perhaps Cheryl, maybe Lisa might know the answers to. Why is it virtually all of the pretty ladies' underwear, specifically for the top half, is only ever designed for women of a certain smaller size chest? Why can't you ever find the really nice, pretty stuff that doesn't look like an over-the-shoulder boulder holder in the larger cup sizes? Or am I just looking in the wrong places? Because there seems to be nice, pretty delicate stuff, A, B, C, maybe D cup. Go above that, and it's like Doreen by Burley. It's got ratchet straps on the bloody shoulders, like off of a lorry, that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm looking in the wrong place. Yeah, well, I mean, admittedly, given my internet search history, Chris, it probably isn't sending me to the right places, those. Walked in my mate's sister's party, and the sisters. Oh dear. Oh yeah, clear shell. Ah, yes, clear shells. That would be cool. A search for plus size lingerie. Yeah, but it's not plus size. That's the problem. I'm not going to go into measurements, but Mary's not a large woman, except for in 2 places. Yeah, I just, to be honest, I just got confused and scared. It's like, well, I think that one looks nice. And it's like, right now, get out of your head what you want to see. What do you think would look nice? Right, that one, but that doesn't look like it's going to necessarily hold anything in. But Victoria's Secret. Okay, I guess I'm going to need to be told where to look for these things. I'm guessing Amazon isn't the right place. Look, Chris with the knowledge, Victoria's Secret as a D&E cup. Chris, have you been looking? Have you been and Summers for petites ladies? Yes. Hey, I'm a bloke. And my relationship history is really bad. When I say bad, I've had 2 and I'm in 1. Yeah. I was basically single up until I was about 37. So, yeah, we'll go with that. These are all things that most guys learn at about 17. And Chris is always looking for the wifey. Oh, bless. Fredericks of Hollywood. Yeah. Of Hollywood does make it sound like they just add an extra zero to the end of the price tag. It just has to be D cup last band size. Yeah, now you're confusing me. I understand the inch size. What that means, that's basically the chest measurement. And the cup size is it 2 inches per cup size above the chest measurement? Oh no, I'll get confused. Oh, bless you, Lise. Now, it just took me that long to figure out that perhaps people might be interested in spending time with me. Yeah, my younger years aren't good. They're not pretty. If I ever get around to writing a biography, he jumps more with larger cup size. Exactly. Why can't it just be like small, medium, large, extra large, extra, extra large? I do comfy stuff. It's just too confusing, women's clothing. I mean, it's not like men's underwear, boxers, shorts, whatever you want to call them. Pants is the correct term. It's not like, you know, we have different sizes for the size of the junk that's got to go in there. It's just either a bit tight or it just hangs out and flaps about everywhere. At least I'm too weird for introvert. Don't worry about it. Alan Wickers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Alan Wickers, knickers. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is a home for the weird, let's be honest. Fish keeping and model making do tend to attract a fair bunch of weirdos. In a good way. Reference size orange grapefruit cano. Yeah, more than a handful. Yeah, let's go with that one, shall we, Chris? Put headphones down and check out straight. Hey, I'm trying to understand women's underwear and not in a perverted way, right? When I was a teenager, I had access to the Freeman Hardy Willis catalogue, don't worry. And I know for a fact Cheryl knows what I'm on about there. The catalogue that always fell open at a certain page whenever anyone tried to open it. Hey, TN, pretty much anything goes in it. If people want to talk fish, we'll talk fish. If people want to talk movies, we'll talk movies, music, bra sizes. 6 million plus Brits now on antidepressants. Government is trying to describe this. Yeah, I'll say I'm pretty much the same, Lisa. The only other than work, which is kind of a you have to do it. The only people I really see out offline in real life are Mary, my girlfriend, and my neighbours, and that's pretty much mostly because of cats. Cooking ancient aliens, boat bones on this dying fish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I suggest you should know weirdness and randomness occurs here. Exactly. I will have a look, Priscilla. I shall bow to your judgment. I take it these things you ordered from Wish weren't that great, because I kind of avoided that one on purpose. No, it's nice. Okay, nice to be able to discuss these things without people getting pervy. Well, you're a mank. You can talk about anything, just no one can understand you. That's the thing, Cheryl. Forget about Wish. I'm guessing they weren't quite as advertised, Priscilla. Like pretty much everything I've ever seen on there. It's like you look at the picture and you go, yeah, that actually looks really good. And then you think, no, it's not going to be anything like the picture. Now, the thing is, Chris, Mary's getting larger. That's the problem. They fit correctly. She's properly measured, but she's getting larger. Yeah, weed is a great cure for depression. Too small, like tissue paper. Well, Northerners held the same arrow. Made a slingshot out of a bra once. Could be Scottish. No. You see, I've got quite good at translating Scottish into English. So all that time hanging out with Tony Chooses Shoes Off, or Okiakuso is the correct pronunciation, but no one can pronounce it. So it's either Tony O or Tony Chooses Shoes Off. What is zombie size mushrooms for a size meat pies? Yeah, exactly. Oh, lank, mank, yeah, and other things that end in ank. Yeah, and I'm a soft southern shandy drinker. Well, by birth, I think I can technically say I've been adopted by Norfolk now. So that means I can't read and I can't write, but I can drive tractor. Yeah, that is Norfolk accent. Yeah. Proper broad Norfolk is even harder than some of the weird bloody throat. Police and council went from Lanc to Greatham. Yeah, Lanc to Mank, not much difference. It's all northern. Now you want a meat? Yeah, you're not the only one wanting a meat pie, Sean. Oh, the meat pie sandwich. More some of it exactly, because I've managed to avoid getting the Norfolk accent mostly, Lisa. It's taken a lot of work, but I've managed to avoid it mostly. Especially when there's a camera on me. If I'm tired and I'm surrounded by Norfolk people, then I do sound quite Norfolk. But it'd be the same if I went back to Stortford, then my Stortford accent would come back through. If I went back to Wales, I'd get a bit more sing-songy. Orange, near Chorley and Bolton. Chorley. I know of Chorley for some reason. Chorley. Yeah, Chorley Wood. Yeah, famous dogging spot. Yes, you don't want to know why I know that. Oh, steak and kidney pudding. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Yeah. I'm going to have to go buy myself a Fray Bentos tomorrow, I think. And to the Americans who don't know what a Fray Bentos is, yeah, you've not lived. Sean is now going to cook a meat pie. Yeah. I say, if you can get Fray Bentos in the US, try one, and just ignore the best before date, because Fray Bentos pies are at their best when there's about a quarter of an inch of dust, dead flies, and spiders on the top of them. Holland's in the freezer. Yum 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 yum. Yeah, I tell you what I do love is because they did the microwavable ones. Fray Bentos. They did the steak and kidney pudding microwavable. Oh, heaven. Just that with some spuds or rice and gravy. Oh, yeah. Good cold weather food. Senate is voting for the House Speaker. Poop show again. Yeah. Thank you. TM, yep. Thumbs ups are always appreciated. Or thumbs downs. I don't really mind. It all counts as something good for the algorithm. Not that the algorithm ever really bothers about me. Beef rissoles. Oh, God, yeah, I remember rissoles. Yeah. What about the old was it the old bean feast, spaggy bowl, and what was the name of the curry? It was a basically powdered curry in a what was that called? Oh, geez. It was where's the beef? Beefcake. Nom nom nom. Yeah, beef rissoles. Oh yeah. Turkey Twizzlers are coming back. If you Oliver. Yeah, Jamie Oliver, Curse of Good Food. Let's be honest, he's proven he can't run a restaurant chain because they all went bust. Because the food was overpriced and, to be quite honest, crap. Morecambe, I preferred Wise. Mason Childhood there and Heysham. Yeah, I like being by the sea. I just don't like the beach. Give me a nice rocky seashore with lots of rock pools and streams and oh yeah, they were awesome. Victoria Central Drive the worst. Yeah. See you later, Lisa. Have fun. Stay safe. What caused the first recession? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'm not quite old enough to remember the 80s recessions, but yeah, if you Turkey Twizzlers and dolphin dinners, no, you can't eat this because it might, no, because they might have killed a dolphin. Yeah, I thought tuna tasted better when it had dolphin in it. It's like Finder's crispy pancakes and lasagna. They tasted better when they had horse in them. They took the horse out, replaced it with cheap beef mince, and just don't taste as good. Yeah. Jamie Oliver going on a one-man crusade against unhealthy food that no one wanted him to go on because it wasn't actually that unhealthy. Yeah. Turkey Twizzlers, yeah, they have turkey in them and breadcrumbs, and that's about it. They've got salt in there, yeah, and have you ever watched any of your cooking shows and seen how much salt you add to stuff? Yeah, go away. I know, but this is healthy salt because this is granular sea salt. No, it's exactly the same thing. It's sodium chloride with a few minor trace ingredients. Oh, geez. I keep forgetting I was young enough to remember. having things like turkey twizzlers for school meals. Oh, geez, what did we used to have? School dinners be like shepherd's pie, fish fingers. There'd be a roast one day a week. We weren't meatballs and gravy. This is probably the tins of Campbell's meatballs. Carnful Wolf. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember school dinners being that bad. Well, the mains weren't bad anyway. They were edible. Unless they had baked beans on them, then they were just inedible foulness. It was the desserts, the afters that were tapioca or blancmange or custard that had more, or custard with more skin than an elephant, you know. Fluorescent green stuff. Oh, no. Lovely sea salt and him. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, great, yeah, but it's it's no different. Well, yeah, you're not being right. Yeah, you're actually just stating the fact that the Jewish part is probably going to be a little richer than the Gypsy part. Probably not. They're probably, if anything, the Gypsies probably had more money, but they spent it. The Jews probably didn't. Mint custard and chocolate cake. Yeah, we never got mint custard and chocolate cake. I think the one thing I did like they used to have was the Bakewell tart. Because for some reason, the primary school anyway, the school cook, for some reason used to put mint, like peppermint essence in the icing. And I really like mint. So that worked well. Certainly better than some of the other things. And fortunately, I'd left high school by the time things like tacos and burritos and whatever come in. And by the time I left high school, it was like lasagna had just come in. One where they do a curry, but basically all it is meat with gravy and normal veg, but they just added a bit of curry powder to it. Go at 7 different primary schools. Dang. Well, I went technically one primary, one junior, then a middle school, and then high school. Hit the head teacher with a snowball. Year 6. Year 6 is second. 11 minus 5, so that'll be top year of middle school. Yeah, Bakewell tart. Especially a good one where they haven't put that nasty red horrible thing on the top of it. All mint crisps, yeah. Problem is now you just reminded me I've got a box of Thornton chocolates in the kitchen. Pink salt is the best. This has got a minute trace of something in there that turns it pink. I'm not. Yeah, it probably is technically slightly healthier or slightly better for you, but meh. Remember, no sense of smell, very little sense of taste. Oh, pardon me. Although that tasted of chicken. Took out one by mum. Kept getting food poisoning. They kept getting, yeah. I remember the yeah. You get the again. This is before your time. Is you get the third of a pint a quarter of a pint, teeny tiny little glass bottles. And you get your straw and you put it through the top and suck your milk, which was fine in the spring and the autumn. In the summer, yeah, it could get a bit warm. And in winter, yeah, they were usually frozen. You had to warm them up for a bit to melt first. Packet curries, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to remember what they were called, Cheryl. Was it Vista curries? It's come in packet, like just had water and meat and rice. Yeah, they weren't exactly inspiring. It was like we thought they were wow. See, fortunately, I've lived in town for a long time, and I serve all the people that work in the various fast food places or takeaways in town, so I get good treatment. Now you walk into the chippy, there's a queue. You don't say anything. You don't even. No, at the most you just like the guy behind the counter as you walk in because you know him, and then as everyone else stood around or sat about waiting, and then you get called. He's like, "Yeah, ready." You've not ordered it. They just you've been in there that often. They know what you have. It's almost like they know to have a Savoy in at 7 o'clock on a Thursday night. Then you get the dirty looks off of everyone else who's in the shop waiting for theirs to be ready. Yeah, 2 Savoys and a medium chips. No salt, no vinegar. Chips and curry sauce from farm foods. Yeah. Yeah, Cajun's good. And Creole is good as well. Um, yeah, I'm weird. I have a very eclectic taste in the food. As long as it's not got certain things in it. No, as long as it ain't got any fruit or some veg, then I'll eat it pretty much. Um, yeah, you're more likely to find me tucking into a pig's trotter than you are a piece of fruit. There you go in a pack. Yeah, pass. Vesta, that's it. Vesta, not Vista. Yes, Vesta curries. Exactly, Cheryl. I knew probably you would know what I meant if no one else did. Kind of like the precursor to a pot noodle. Yeah. And they did and it was the other one was the bean feast, which was like the early attempts at freeze dried vegetarian food. I remember having a bean feast spaggy bowl once. That was bloody foul. Sunflower has only one in the box. Yeah. One, if you got a one stop local to you, oh God, I'm advertising work here. Oh, Alan, I need to be paying for this. There's a meal deal going on at the moment where it's the curry, which is either a chip shop curry, a korma, or something else super mild. And then you get, and that's a decent size, and then you get a good size rice. I mean, they say a meal for two, and it actually is. And then you can, because you're going to have rice. Then you can either have, there's an Indian snack selection or chips with it as well. So you get the three things: the curry, the rice, and the snack selection of chips for £5. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not like the greatest, but it's nice. And especially the chip shop one does taste like chip shop curry sauce. Yeah, just don't eat the Indian snack selection all at once if you have to go to work the next day, especially if you work somewhere public. Yeah, the volume got a bit high. Don't have some. What is that? To Tesco? Yeah, I mean, locally, I say I've got the one stop, which is technically Tesco, where I work. And we've got a little and a Sainsbury's. There's a couple of other small, like we've got a Polish food place and something else. I tend to get most of the stuff just from work. Especially because I do the lates, it means I can get all the out of date stuff that's been reduced. Especially as I'm the person that does the reducing, I can take what I want straight off the shelf and put it in the chiller ready. Hence, at the moment, I basically have a fridge full of slightly out of date sandwiches. Iceland Tiger bread, Morrison's home brand milkshake. Again, no Morrison's near here. Yeah, you don't want to know what I pay for some things. Latte from Asda is probably exactly the same white coffee that about 20 other people have in the same, comes from the same factory, just in different packaging. Turning, hey, don't worry. You know, it's kept us talking. We've looped around some rather strange subject matter today, but hey, that's the way it goes. Tiger bread, right? The cross goes rock hard too quickly. Yeah, so I've not bought bread for ages. I just get the out of date stuff the day after. You can buy it at a reduced price on the day it goes out of date, or you can cross your fingers and hope by the time you get in the following day that not everyone else has snaffled the out of date stuff. Because once it's past its use by best before date, you can't sell it even to staff. So it just gets written off, and then if you want to risk it, you can take it home. Which, summertime, not such a good idea when it's stuff that should be in the chiller and it's been left outside or left out of the chiller all day. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to touch like chicken and mayonnaise sandwiches that have been out all day. No. But this time of year, when it's probably just as cold out the back as it is in the. I mean, I made the joke the other day that I was bringing drinks in from the stockrooms, put in the chillers to warm up a bit. It was actually warmer in the chillers than it was outside. Yeah, Morrison's my Morrison's is actually 7 miles away. Yeah, I might have. It depends how I feel during the week, whether I get all my chores and stuff done, and whether I'll be bothered to get up and about and do stuff. I am kind of planning to go get some water from the local stream river and do some water tests on it. See, whether natural occurring river water is actually as healthy as people think it is. We shall soon find out. Ooh, I just had a notification come up. Priscilla is live in half an hour. If I can, I shall make it. I may be lurking, Priscilla, but I shall turn you on, as it were. Security scared of people in a hoodie. Yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, I just I'll say this time of year of me it'd be all black, baseball cap and hoodie, and then black mask as well. So just the glasses are all. Everything else is black. Yeah, but yeah, let's say well known around town, so I just get it's just him. Just get left alone. But anyway, as all this food talk is making me hungry, because I've not eaten anything since about 11 this morning, other than a cupcake, I'm gonna say fairly well. Depend how if I get on during the week, I might do a midweek stream. We shall see how I feel, if I'm bothered, if I've got anything to talk about. But yes, ladies, if you've got any links to decent ladies' underwear places, let me know. And other than that, stay safe, have a good week, have fun, enjoy your hobbies. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye.